Acts 16:25, about midnight. Paul and Silas were in the innermost cell of a Roman prison in Philippi. Their backs were open from a public beating. Their feet were in stocks. They'd been thrown in here without a proper trial. And Acts 16:25 says they were praying and singing hymns to God. Singing, not quietly, not under their breath. Singing, because Acts 16:25 says the other prisoners were listening to them. You don't hear someone praying under their breath in a stone dungeon at midnight. You hear them because they're loud enough to hear. Think about who the other prisoners were. Men in chains, men with their own problems, men who had been in that prison long before Paul and Silas arrived. Men who had no particular reason to care about these two Jewish foreigners. And they were listening. That word in Greek is epakroaumai. It means to listen attentively, to strain your ears toward a sound. These were not passive listeners. They were leaning in. Something about the sound of two people singing in a place where singing made no logical sense was stopping them from sleeping. And then Acts 16:26, suddenly a violent earthquake. The foundations shook. Every door flew open, every chain came loose. And here is the verse that nobody preaches on. Acts 16:28. When the jailer woke up and saw the doors open and drew his sword to kill himself, Paul shouted from inside the darkness, "Don't harm yourself. We are all here. We are all here. Every prisoner, every one of them. Chains off, doors open, free to leave." And nobody left. Think about what must have happened in those hours between the singing and the earthquake. The men who were listening to Paul and Silas had heard something in that song that prison could not produce. Something that didn't match the circumstances. Something that made the open door when it came feel less important than the source of the sound. They stayed because of what they had heard. The earthquake opened the doors. The singing had already done something more permanent to the people inside them. And the jailer, the man who had put them in stocks, who was moments away from taking his own life, fell trembling before Paul and Silas and asked, "What must I do to be saved?" He had heard the singing too, from outside the cell. The people who are watching you go through your hard season, the colleagues, the family members, the neighbors who don't share your faith, they are listening more carefully than you know. Not to your words, to the sound you make when the doors are locked.